Sorry, why didn't you call? Come off the sidewalk in the door.
G'day, my gorgeous gardening guardians of the earth. Today we're back in the sun garden. The sunflowers are in full bloom. The climbing beans are climbing their way up the sunflower stems. So I'd like to keep pruning the leaves off the sunflower plants so the bean vines can get lots of sunlight and can grow straight up the stem unhindered. In the first part of this series, we used the sunflower leaves to make fertilizer, but I've got more than enough fertilizer at the moment. I'm literally giving it away. So this time I'm going to use the leaves to make mulch. By using the leaves as a ground cover, this will keep the soil moist, help the plants to stay hydrated. It will also protect the topsoil, along with all the little creatures, worms, insects, fungus, and microbes that help to make up healthy soil. By chopping and dropping like this, we are mimicking the cycle of leaf litter and debris that builds up in natural ecosystems. But we can time this natural method of chopping and dropping in our own garden to get the most out of our plants at certain times of the year while caring for the soil at the same time. This mulch will also prevent unwanted weeds from growing around my bean seedlings. Now I'm also going to harvest my sunflowers because I'd rather the nutrients in the soil go towards the bean plants at this point. And I can preserve the sunflowers to make tea with and give away the rest as cut flowers to friends and family. So the sunflower plants look a bit sad now, but don't worry because this variety keeps on flowering. So the flowers will come back and the beans will engulf the stems, filling that space with leaves. So it's going to look really beautiful soon. And I cut the flowers just in time to give a couple to Nancy from the Rambling Rose YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. I gave a couple of cut sunflowers to Nancy, and she gave me some of her homemade herbal medicine bread, which I'm really excited to have for lunch today. Making sunflower tea is super easy. Just remove the outer petals from the sunflowers and then rub away all those small flowers from the center of the flower. And that's what we'll use to dry out, preserve, and jar up to make tea from. Now I'm going to cover all of this with a dark cloth and let the flowers sun dry. But not before I'm beckoned across the road by Maria. She's 100 years old and likes to watch over everything that happens in the neighborhood.
Oh my God, this is the beauty.
And as I make my way back across the road after a long chat with Maria, I see the parrots are upset because I've removed the sunflower heads. So I've tied them up and hung them up on the clothesline so they can get to them there. It's been 2 days in the hot summer sun and the sunflower tea is completely dry and crunchy and ready for jarring. Sunflower tea tastes rich and robust like roasted sunflower seeds, and it's great for soothing sore throats.
Our dreams were all we had.
Now that it's been a few days and the beans are doing really well, the mulch is dried out and breaking down, I can get in there and plant even more beans. So I'll have a second succession coming up over the first crop. Look how dry this mulch is now. I can just get in here and plant beans wherever I can fit them. The more beans, the merrier. This is the way my grandmother planted beans. She would have sometimes 6, 7, 8 beans all climbing up the one pole, and this gives you a really good bean harvest. Well, now that the beans are all planted, it looks like it's just about to rain, so I'm going to open this homemade herbal medicine bread that Nancy dropped off, and oh my God, I wasn't expecting such an amazing treat. So I'm going to make myself some sunflower tea, sit back, watch the rain come in, and eat this beautiful homemade herbal medicine bread. And like I said, Nancy has her own YouTube channel, The Rambling Rose. I'll leave a link in the description below.
Sweet summer rain, you've come again to wash the soul down the drain. Take what we've seen and where we've been and put me back there again.
With some rain, some sunshine, and a little bit of patience, the second succession of beans has all sprouted in under a week, and they're looking really good. Beans love growing close together like this. If you think about it, in nature, the whole bean pod falls to the ground, and that whole pod of beans would then sprout together and grow together the next year. And we even have some flowers, and we have a few beans that are almost ready to eat. They like to throw off a few early ones to get you excited before the big harvest comes. It's generally not recommended to plant sunflowers and beans together because they can interfere with each other's growth habits. But I didn't know that years ago when I first tried. I naturally assumed you would just wait until the sunflowers were tall enough before you planted the bean seeds, and then you would remove the sunflower leaves as the bean plants climbed their way up the stem. So I would recommend these two plants as companion plants with each other, in the same way that people recommend the three sisters, corn, squash, and beans all growing together. But you have to plant the corn, squash, and beans all at the right time so they don't interfere with each other's growth pattern. So we'll call the sunflower and beans combination the two brothers. And speaking of brothers, before we wrap up this video today, I'd like to thank my brother for letting me use this beautiful music of his throughout the video. And I'll leave a link to more of his music in the description below, along with Nancy's beautiful channel, The Rambling Rose. And I guess that wraps up this episode of The Sun Garden. Hopefully we'll do another one with a great big bean harvest. But until then, have fun everyone. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content.